the Yokozuna Asashoryu, and they were tied. And Hakuho beat Hokutoriki, and Asashoryu and Hokutoriki ended up fighting for a playoff, and Asashoryu won.
That's right.
That was the day when the name of Hakuho really came up. And it's been, what, close to 7 years, I believe. But look what all has happened during that. Today, you see Hakuho fighting Asashoryu, the Yokozuna.
Now, Hanamichi report from Hiromi.
Yes, as we've seen on the screen, Asashoryu was seen most of the time moving around, being very active, practicing his moves, and even while he was sitting down to have his mange, his hair fixed, he was looking around the room. His eyes were really active at that time. Hakuho, meanwhile, was quietly sitting down most of the time, and before he left, he did some shiko practice about 20 times.
Thank you, Hiromi. Well, if there is one concern for Hakuho, Ken, I think this will be it. In regulation, Hakuho had nothing to lose. He had to beat Asashoryu. He went all out. There was no defensive mind in his mindset. But this time, he knows he can lose the bout in the championship.
Yes.
He's now tied with Asashoryu in the playoffs. So I don't know if Asashoryu would come out from a defensive mindset from offense.
No, he's going to come offensive.
He says, I have nothing to lose now.
Right. He's going to come straight out, and now he's going to try to get both hands inside the mawashi, try to get Hakuho in a high stance so that he could move him backward easier. Yes, that's a perfect point you make, Hiro.
Asashoryu unable to use his speed or agility in the first bout. This time, let's see if he can.
You know, look and see the face of Hakuho. He is more psyched out this time, whereas Asashoryu, he is not psyched out as he was before. Now, that may be an advantage for him. He is not as tight as he was before, whereas Hakuho seems a little bit more tight.
Well, Hakuho had more to lose in the last bout. I mean, Asashoryu had more to lose in the last bout. This one, probably Hakuho. Asashoryu is saying, well, I lost in regulation. What the heck? Just go for broke.
I wouldn't be surprised if you might even see a harite coming out of Asashoryu against the Yokozuna. And one thing again for Hakuho, one thing he's got to be careful that he doesn't go down on all fours. The Asashoryu may come in for a bump
and slap. Hit and run.
Yeah. As we mentioned earlier, Asashoryu is not the type of Yokozuna who's going to wait for his opponent to come to him. He's going to take it to his opponent. So he may come in real fast and then wait for Hakuho to come in, and then during that period of time.
Well, this man is a winner of 22 Makunouchi titles, Ken. He's renewed all sorts of records in sumo, but he's finding out right now how difficult it is to win one Emperor's Cup.
Yes. Well, he's got a challenger for sure now.
Hakuho and Asashoryu once again. It's time. The playoff. The winner of this battle will win the Emperor's Cup. Will it be Asashoryu or Hakuho? They lock up. Asashoryu gets a deep inside grip. Hakuho doesn't have his favorite grip. Asashoryu double inside this time. Asashoryu at the advantage. Hakuho driven back. Asashoryu forces. Hakuho out. Asashoryu wins the championship playoff, and he is the Hatsubasho champion. Hakuho unable to defeat Asashoryu twice on the same day. Asashoryu claims his 23rd Makunouchi Top Division Championship. He's giving everything he has. Asashori used his speed there, getting himself an inside grip fast.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was able to get into the defense of Hakuho, get one hand on the mawashi with his left hand, and once he did that, he put his head down and got his mai mawashi with his right, and he did not waste his time. As soon as he did that, he went forward, moving all his weight from his hip area through his back to his shoulder.
Championship ceremony coming your way.
And as we said before the bout, he may lose the first one.
I think he's heading into the interview room. The way where he's going, he didn't go directly into the Shitakubeya, so we might see an interview because we don't have that much time left. We'll see. Here he comes.
Well, you can see his hair is messed up. That's where he put his head against the chest of Hakuho.
23rd Makunochi title.
You can see he's feeling it right now.
Oh, yes.
Emotional. Not very often when you see Asashoryu.
Going to the Shitakubeya now. So Asashoryu finishes the basho by defeating Hakuho in the playoff, claiming his 23rd Makunochi title, his first championship since March of last year. Sending a message to the world that he is still here. Still number one. Says, feels great, Psycho.
そうですね。ちょっと硬くなりすぎやな、やっぱ。
In regulation, he says he was so stiff.
多少ちょっと深いと思ったんです
He thought there was Mata
やってしまったなと思って。
in regulation,
そこからスピード速かったんで、何もできなかったんですけ
but I wasn't able to do anything after the touch-eye in the
ど。
initial
やりま
bout.
したね
In the playoff, what was your
もう
feeling?
一杯ね。もう一回負けてしまったので逆にすごい楽になったと思うし。
As
You're right,
he's saying,
Sid,
yes,
yes.
he says he felt better. He felt a lot better going into the second bout because he had nothing to lose in the second.
He's more relaxed.
Relaxed.
15日間やっぱり苦しかったですね。
15 days.
まあ集中できたことがすごい。
Was it tough for you?
久しぶりに朝青龍で
No,
も
I
勝
was
ったっていう
able to
気が
concentrate
初
from
日
day
の
1 to day
相
15.
撲からもういけるんじゃないかというふうにちょっと気持ちはあったんですけど。
The feeling that he could go
All the way.
all the way from
久しぶりに
day
朝青龍
one.
に乗ってきたって感じだったね。
So that the nerve factor shifted from Asashoryu to Hakuho.
Yes.
も
Mentioned
初日からの
Hakuho's change of color on the second
初回の
bout.
稽古もね
He、seemed more tight.
皆さんにあんまり口出してないけど、なんとなくいい感じになって自分でちょっと信じたんですけどね、あれが一番良かったと思うね。